Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Today we're going to go over the baseball results from yesterday, look ahead to today's games. We'll go over all the soccer from yesterday and look ahead to the soccer for today. And then we have WNBA, golf, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with baseball. Some interesting results last night that I'd like to touch on. Phillies over the Nats 8-4 doubleheader game 1. Marlins over the Reds 3-2. Tigers over the Twins 6-0. Rays over the Cardinals 4-2. Astros over the O's 7-6 as Kyle Tucker hit a grand slam in the top of the ninth inning to put the Astros in front as they come back from a 6-2 deficit. And what a crushing defeat for the Baltimore Orioles in the wake of this Kevin Brown disaster. Braves over the Pirates 8-6. Cubs over the Mets 3-2. Royals over the Red Sox 9-3. Guardians over the Blue Jays 1-0. Doubleheader game 2. Nats over the Phillies 5-4. That was a crushing loss for Philadelphia. Yanks over the White Sox 7-1. Rockies over the Brewers 7-3 and 10. Angels over the Giants 7-5. Dodgers over the D-backs 5-4. Mariners over the Padres 2-0. And the Rangers over the A's 6-1. All right, we have matinee baseball today, 12:30 of the Marlins at the Reds. Johnny Cueto, we haven't seen him in a while, against Graham Ashcraft. Ooh, that's a terrible pitching matchup. For sure. Just would like to pull up the odds very quickly. Reds minus 122, Marlins plus 104 over under 10. Overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 184. Reds minus 1.5 is plus 152. I like the over. 2 o'clock, Rockies Brewers. Chris Flexen and Adrian Hauser. Brewers minus 235. Rockies plus 194 over under 9. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Rocks plus 1.5 is minus 108. Brewers minus 1.5 is minus 111. I actually kind of like the Brewers on the run line here, believe it or not. 3:30, Rangers A's. Jordan Montgomery and Austin Pruitt. Rangers minus 290, A's plus 235, over under 8.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Rangers minus 1.5 is minus 162, A's plus 1.5 is plus 2. Austin Pruitt hasn't been bad for Oakland this year. I kind of like full game under. Next up, 6:30, Twins Tigers. Bailey Ober and Alex Fado. Twins minus 162, Tigers plus 136, over under 8.5, overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Twins minus 1.5 is plus 106, Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 128. This is a hard one, but I'm going to go with under 3.5 Tiger runs at even money. Cards Rays. Dakota Hudson and Jalen Beeks. Rays minus 152, Cards plus 128, over under 9, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Cards plus 1.5 is minus 156, Rays minus 1.5 is plus 130. I like full game over here. Jalen Beeks has been bad this year, and Dakota Hudson hasn't found it yet. Nats Phillies. Mackenzie Gore and Michael Lorenzen. Rays minus 152, Cards plus 128, over under 9. I'm looking at the wrong game, sorry. Phils minus 198, Nats plus 166, over under 9, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 126, Phillies minus 1.5 is plus 105. This is a hard one. We'll see how Lorenzen does with Philadelphia. I kind of like the under. Full game under 9 and minus 115. 7 o'clock, Astros O's. Christian Javier and Jack Flaherty. Orioles minus 134. Astros plus 115 over under 9.5, minus 1 each way. Astros plus 1.5 is minus 178. O's minus 1.5 is plus 146. I like full game under on this one too. Braves Pirates. Max Fried and Quinn Prester. Braves minus 295. Pirates plus 240 over under 9.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Braves minus 1.5 is minus 170. Pirates plus 1.5 is plus 140. I like full game under. I think Max Fried pitches very well, and I think Priester will be a little bit better. Cubs, Mets. Kyle Hendricks and David Peterson. Pick them minus 180 each way. Over under 9, minus 110 each way. Cubs minus 1.5 is plus 142. Mets plus 1.5 is minus 172. David Peterson has not been good as a starter this year. And Kyle Hendricks has actually been pretty good. I like the Cubs straight up at minus 108. Royals, Red Sox. Jordan Lyles and Nick Pivetta. Red Sox minus 220. Royals plus 184 over under 10.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 104. Red Sox minus 1.5 is minus 115. Kind of like the over, even though that's a high number. Jays, Guardians. Kevin Gossman and Logan Allen. Jays minus 166. Guardians plus 140 over under 8. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Jays minus 1.5 is even money. Guardians plus 1.5 is minus 120. Kevin Gossman's been really good this year. Logan Allen as a starter has been pretty good too. I like the under. 8 o'clock, Yankees, White Sox. TBD Mike Clevenger. This would have normally been Domingo Germán, but he's obviously done for the year. At gunpoint, I think this will probably be either Johnny Brito or Randy Vasquez, and Vasquez has easily been better than Brito this year. The line's not up, but I'm probably going to, if the Yankees come out as a favorite, bet the White Sox. They have not won a series in forever. The last time they won a series, they swept Kansas City, but Kansas City, as we know, is hot garbage. The White Sox are better than Kansas City. Obviously more talented than Kansas City. Mike Clevenger is actually not terrible, so I would actually bet on the White Sox if they are anything under minus 120. 9:30, the Giants and the Angels. Ryan Walker and Shohei Ohtani. Angels minus 142. Giants plus 120 over under 8. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 172. Angels minus 1.5 is plus 142. Ohtani's kind of regressed as a pitcher a little bit. 3.32 ERA after a fantastic start to the year. Probably won't win the Cy Young. This is a hard one. Ryan Walker's been really good for San Francisco. I'm going to take San Francisco plus 120 to knock off the Angels and Ohtani. Dodgers, D-backs. Bobby Miller and Merrill Kelly. Dodgers minus 132. Diamondbacks plus 112 over under 9. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Dodgers minus 1.5 is plus 116. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 140. I like full game under a lot. And last but not least, you have the Padres at the Mariners. We got Yu Darvish, and we don't know who's gone for Seattle. Actually, no, it's Emerson Hancock. Padres minus 146. Mariners plus 124 over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 115. Mariners plus 1.5 is minus 137. I like Seattle straight up plus 124. Okay, now I'll move on to soccer. There is no FIFA until tomorrow night. So we'll do FIFA on tomorrow's show, as we have FIFA tomorrow night and then the overnight. So we will start with the Leagues Cup, as we have some results to talk about. So, Red Bulls and the Union. 1-1 draw. Union come back from 1-0 down. Force the kicks. And the Union win it 4-3 in kicks. So the Union move on. And it was a predictable way for the Red Bulls to bow out of this tournament, I would say, as the Union move on to the 8. Nashville and America also 2-2 draw, but Nashville advances 6-5 on penalties. Toluca, Minnesota 2-2 draw, and Minnesota advances 4-2 on penalties. So, how about that? My pick to win the tournament, bye-bye. Monterrey knocks off Tigres 1-0, so Tigres is out, as that's who I had winning the tournament, if I am not mistaken here. Yes. And then LAFC knocks off Real Salt Lake 4-0. LAFC advances to the 8-2. So, is a MLS Cup rematch in store now. I think it's either going to be that or the champs versus Messi. Because I think Messi against the Union is going to happen in all likelihood. And I think it's certainly in play. And then LAFC plays who on Friday night? Monterrey. Oof. And then they'll play the Nashville, Minnesota winner. And then, assuming LAFC gets by Monterrey. And then Charlotte, Miami winner plays Philadelphia or Querétaro. Probably, you would think Philadelphia, because Philadelphia beat Querétaro in group play. So, it's going to be an interesting couple of days in the League's Cup. And now the friendlies, we have Tuesday, 12 o'clock, you have Milan and AC Trento, and then 1 o'clock, you have FC Salzburg and Inter Milan. The English Carabao Cup, a lot of results to talk about. Borough over Huddersfield 3-2, Mansfield over Grimsby Town 2-0, Newport over Charlton 3-1, Peterborough, Swindon 1-1 draw, but Peterborough advances 4-1 on penalties. Swansea over Northampton 3-0. Accrington Bradford 1-1 draw. Bradford advances 4-1 on penalties. Barnsley Tranmere 2-2 draw, but Tranmere advances 7-6 on penalties. Blackburn over Walsall 4-3. Bolton over Barrow 1-0. Birmingham over Cheltenham 2-0. Blackpool over Derby 2-0. Exeter over Crawley Town 2-1. Portsmouth over Forest Green 3-1. Gillingham over Southampton 3-1. Harrogate over Carlisle 1-0. Doncaster over Hull 2-1. Wycombe over MK Dons 2-0. Reading over Millwall 4-0. Lincoln City over Notts County 2-0. Plymouth over Leyton Orient 2-0. Port Vale over Fleetwood Town 3-2. Preston, Salford City 2-2 draw, but Salford advances 4-2 on penalties. Rotherham and Morecambe 1-1 draw, but Rotherham advances 4-2 on penalties. Sheffield Wednesday, Stockport 1-1 draw. Sheffield advances 4-1 on penalties. Stevenage and Watford 1-1 draw. Stevenage advances 4-3 on penalties. Stoke over West Brom 2-1. Sunderland and Crewe 1-1 draw. Crewe advances 5-3 on penalties. Sutton United and Cambridge 2-2 draw. Sutton advances 6-5 on penalties. Wrexham and Wigan 0-0 draw, and Wrexham advances 4-2 on penalties. All right, we're actually going to give out picks for today because we have a smaller window. So 2:45 we have Wimbledon and Coventry. I'm just going to pull up the soccer for today. For the cup here. Coventry minus 150, Wimbledon plus 380, draw plus 280. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals plus 102. 245, Bristol City and Oxford United. Bristol minus 115, Oxford plus 320, draw plus 230. Going with Bristol. Cardiff and Colchester. Cardiff minus 185. Colchester plus 490. The draw is 3-1. This pick is going to be same thing, under 2.5 goals plus 102. Ipswich and Bristol Rovers. Ipswich minus 240. Bristol 550. Draw 370. I'm going to go with over 3.5 goals at plus 136. Leeds and Shrewsbury. Leeds minus 550. Shrewsbury 10-1. Draw 6-1. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at plus 102. And last but not least, 3 o'clock, you have Burton Albion and Leicester. Leicester minus 280. Burton plus 600. Draws plus 420. Over 3.5 goals plus 106 is the pick. The UCL qualifying results from yesterday: Rockcow over Aris Limassol 2-1. Copenhagen Sparta 0-0 draw. These are first legs. PSV over Sturm Graz 4-1. KL Klasvik over Molde 2-1. Braga and TSE Baka Topola 3-0. Galatasaray over Olimpija 3-0. AEK Athens and Dynamo Zagreb postponed. All right, 3 today. 2 o'clock, you have Panathinaikos and Marseille first leg. Marseille plus 105. Panathinaikos plus 250. Draw plus 210. We're going to go with Marseille plus 105. 2:30 South. Bratislava and Maccabi Haifa. Slovan plus 210, draw plus 210, Maccabi plus 120. We'll go with Maccabi. And then 2:45, you have the Rangers and Servette. Rangers minus 230, Servette 5-1, draw plus 330. We're going to do under 2.5 goals plus 1 way. So this is UEFA qualifying. And then we have the third round second legs beginning on Tuesday the 15th. And then we have Challenge Cup group stage tonight at 7:30 of Gotham and Orlando. I think this was the game that was supposed to be in June that got moved because of the Canadian wildfires affecting New Jersey. I'm sure it's up here in terms of betting. Yes. Gotham is minus 460. Orlando's 11-1. The draw is 5-1. For this one, we're going to do under 2.5 goals at plus 120. All right, now move on to the WNBA. We will go over results from yesterday, and we do not have any games today, amazingly enough, in the W. Sun over the Storm, 81-69. The Sun, 21-7. Seattle, 7-21. DeWanna Bonner had 11. Sammy Whitcomb had 11. Sparks over the Fever, 87-80. The Sparks are 11-18. Indiana, 7-22. Nneka Ogwumike had 20 and 11 boards. Kelsey Mitchell had 21. Lynx over the Sky, 88-79. The Lynx, 14-15. Chicago, 12-16. Nafisa Collier had 29 points. Clea Cooper had 23. Aces over the Wings, 104-84. The Aces are 25-3. Vegas killed them. And I actually gave out Vegas as a bounce-back spot after losing to the Liberty. And in Dallas, 15-14. Aja Wilson, 28 points and 14 boards. Satu Sabali had 21. And the Mercury over the Mystics, 91-72. The Mercury, 8-20. Mystics, 13-15. Diana Taurasi had 15 and 4 assists. Brittany Sykes had 24 points. So no games until tomorrow. We have 3 tomorrow. So we will pick all those games on Thursday's podcast. All right, now we'll do some golf. We have another tournament to talk about, and it's the FedEx St. Jude. So tee times 8:50. Davis Riley, Taylor Montgomery, Thomas Dietrich 9:02. Taylor Hoke, Mackenzie Hughes, and Cam Young. 9:14. J.T. Potson, Patrick Rogers, Adam Hadwin 9:26. Lee Thiglio, Lucas Hodges, Matt Fitzpatrick 9:38. Taylor Moore, Dylan McCarthy, Tommy Fleetwood 9:50. Colin Morikawa, Kurt Katayama, and Adam Schenk. 10:02. Sepp Straka, Patrick Cantlay, Tommy Kim. 10:14. Victor Hovland, Ricky Fowler, Keegan Bradley. 10:26. John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy. 10:36. Hayden Buckley, Brandon Wu, Hideki Matsuyama. 10:50. Stefan Yeager, Sam Ryder, Cam Davis. 11:02. Matt Neesmith, Victor Norman, Nate Hardy is 11:20 with Alex Smalley and Lucas Glover. 11:32. Eric Cole, Harry English, Adam Putnam. 11:44. Adam Svensson, Brendan Todd, Ben Ganon. 11:56. Sanjay M, Justin Rose, Jordan Spieth. 12:08. Seamus Power, Corey Connors, Chris Kirk. 12:20. Sam Burns, Ryan Henley, Emiliano Grillo. 12:32. Saiwoo Kim, Xander Schauffele, Tyler Hatton. 12:44. Nate Taylor, Jason Day, Tony Finau. 12:56. Wyndham Clark, Max Homa, and Brian Harmon. 1:08. Mark Colbert, Keith Mitchell, Matt Kuchar. 1:20. Aaron Rice, Scott Stevens, Beau Hostler. And 1:32. J.J. Spawn and Ben Griffin. So, loaded slate. It's going to be a really so it's going to be so last year Will Zalatoris won. The year before was Abe Answer. Justin Thomas was 2020. Brooks Koepka was 2019. And looks like DJ was 18. So those were your last couple of winners. There's a couple guys I'm eyeing the pick here for this tournament. There's a lot of big stars, obviously, and those guys are going to be considered favorites. So, for this one, I'm not going to lay a lot for it. I think I'm only going to do a fifth of a unit for St. Jude's. I'm going to avoid the favorites, like the big favorites. And the guy I'm eyeing is 22-1. That's Colin Morikawa. He's had success here. And I think this is a good spot. So 22-1. I'll lay a fifth of a unit on it. Colin Morikawa to win the PGA FedEx St. Jude Championship. And this would be a big one for me if I were to get one, because I haven't hit a golf one in a while. Okay, now we move on to the news and notes for today. I apologize for the lack of content on the show because we don't have FIFA. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't do. All right. Chris Jones talks about the holdout. He says, KC, I love you, as he took to now X and made continued holdout and contract negotiations. I love how Bleacher Report and all the other news outlets still calls it Twitter. Like, it's not its name anymore. But in our hearts, it's always still Twitter. Kareem Hunt scheduled a visit to the Colts after leaving the Saints without a contract. But it says that the Saints are to sign Kareem Hunt and Anthony Barr. So Did he sign with the Saints or not? Oh, free agent. So, they both left the Saints without signing a deal. So that makes sense. Ron Rivera says that Eric Bieniemy is bringing some intensity to the Commanders' camp, and they're a little concerned. Dak Prescott had a 3-interception day against Trayvon Diggs at practice. Four-star cornerback Dakota Fields flips from USC to Oregon after the Ducks moved to the Big Ten. So that's a big get for Oregon. The ACC is undecided on Stanford and Cal as no vote was taken after the ACC presidents met this morning for an exploratory call on those two teams. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says the conference doesn't need to be in 4 time zones to generate interest on the West Coast. That's smart. That's a good way to look at it. Meanwhile, the Big 12 is going to be on 4, and so will the Big 10. No, the Big 10 is going to be 3. The Big 12 is going to be 4. Some baseball news. Ronald Acuna left the game after being hit on the elbow, and he slammed his helmet and bat in frustration. Acuna appears to dodge a major injury as the x-rays were negative, so that's good news for Atlanta. The Red Sox reinstated Trevor Story as he's supposed to make his season debut. So that is big for Boston. Bad news for the Tampa Bay Rays. Shane McClanahan likely out for the season due to the forearm injury, unlikely to pitch again this season. That is a huge loss for the Rays. Huge. I think that is a gigantic blow to their chances of going on a run this year. He was their ace. He was easily their best pitcher this year. And something did not look right in that Yankees game last week. But now this makes sense. Orioles fans chanted "Free Kevin Brown" as the crowd got loud for its broadcaster and mid-reported suspension, which the team has denied. Well, guess what? The team lied to you guys. He is suspended, and you fans have every right to chant. And now let's hope this doesn't become a distraction to the Orioles team, because guess what? All the stuff comes out, and you proceed and blow a game to the Astros. There are Yankee fans in Chicago that kept track of the Yankee strikeouts with pictures of Aaron Boone. But was it the Yankee hitters striking out, or was it the White Sox hitters striking out? Like after so it looks like Yankees pitchers strikeouts. Imagine they should have done it for the Yankee hitters strikeouts too, because that's pretty much all they do offensively, other than last night. Top international free agent Korean pitcher Hyun-Suk Jang agrees to a $900,000 deal with the Dodgers. So that's a cheap deal. And then the Red Sox are keeping the Kike Hernandez promotion as they're giving away bobbleheads tonight for Kike Hernandez, who is now on the Dodgers, which is really funny. I think the Boston media is going to have a problem with that. Basketball. Tyrese Halliburton and Brandon Ingram trolled Jalen Brunson as they found his wallet and treated themselves to have some snacks. That's funny. Dwayne Wade claps back at Paul Pierce as Pierce said he was better, and Wade said he's living rent-free in Pierce's head. Paul George calls out Devin Booker as he goes on Book's sorry-ass response to a Podcast P interview with Klay Thompson. That's crazy. And then soccer news, Matt Turner is leaving Arsenal as he is joining Nottingham Forest on a permanent transfer. So much for doing the predictions yesterday as we were talking about Arsenal. So Matt Turner, big ad for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Where to go is an interesting question. I'm going to lay a quarter unit. And actually, no, I might lay a fifth of a unit. There's a couple that I thought about long and hard. And the one I like the most is under 9 between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. I don't think those teams will score as many runs today. I know Bobby Miller's been in a slide after his good start. Merrill Kelly's pitched well this year. So I'm going to go, don't feel super about it, but I'm going to go with a fifth of a unit. Under 9 between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks for my best bet of the day. All right, so that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything and looking ahead to everything. Tomorrow we have more FIFA tomorrow, and then today we'll put up some more soccer podcasts for the international leagues. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody. And happy 1,700 podcasts to me.